What's good, love bugs? What's good? Bubble gums. This video is how to trade Asia session or really any other session. Um, yeah, currently market is open. Yeah, I couldn't trade today. Very unfortunate because I had school, but this would have wanted this short to a 4 hour. But besides the point, let's get it. So first basis, right? Um, this is when it's not New York, and this is New York. Okay, so yeah, so you can see during New York is when we always get our move, right? Pump up, huge dump, up, down, back up. This day was shit. Down, up, whatever, right? And then you can also see that yet still during Asia session we're moving. There are some slider trades you could catch. For example, this short right here, right? But for the most part, price is sideways. For example, here you could have caught this short. Could have caught this short. Could have caught this short. This short. Now this is London and Asia, but that's just like an understanding. So we can just we'll just put this on bar replay. So Asia opens up at 6 p.m. So that would be 18. Would it? I believe so. So, for example, if I was on this day, fortunate, we're just dumping. I don't remember what happened, but let's just say you were bullish. Oops. What the hell? Let's just say you were bullish. Okay. Now, you're bullish because you want to see this get filled. Okay. Unfortunately, because we're in Asia session, this will not get filled. There's very low probability. So you could have something like this be like giving you your bias, but okay, but you should know we're not going to hit it. We have this BPR right here, right? Once again, this could be giving you your bias, but this will not get hit during Asia session. So what else can you do? Wait, I said Asia sessions is at 6 p.m. EST. So that's 18. Why is it on 657? Either way, essentially the range in which you're trading is much shorter. I would never look at any external targets ever if you're in Asia session. So you have these draws that you think are strong. They won't get hit during Asia. If they do, they'll get hit during New York AM or London. So what you're forced to do is we'll place them out. That market open. Okay, so you can see still. So this was market open candle. Okay. Now, let's see if we have anything going on for us. Let's say you see this SMT. Okay. So then you're like, okay, I want to play short, and we got a market structure shift. Okay. Unfortunately, there's literally no draws. It's crazy. You're gonna have no draws. I also think it'd be a bad idea to even be short, but essentially, all your targets are just intermediate highs and intermediate lows, or just. And I would be surprised if you even see a fair value gap during Asia session because of how slow price is, right? Fair value gaps get formed from price moving fast, right? That's not going to happen in Asia session, so you won't get too many fair value gaps happening, like within price action. Now externally, like on the higher time frame, like the 30-minute, These that happen during New York AM, yes, those happen, but I'm talking like 3-minute fair value gaps, 1-minute fair value gaps. So we can play a little bit out here, but let's just say you're bullish, okay? Or sorry, I said we're bear. Sorry. So we tap into this fair value gap that does get formed because of market open volatility, okay? Let's say you're like, oh, we hit consequent encroachment. Boom, we're getting displacement lower, and you want to target lower. Bro, what the hell is going on with my shit, bro? Why is it like doubling down everything I'm fucking putting? Shit's weird. But let's say you just want to go for a 1-to-1. Break even at this intermediate low. Let's see what happens if this would have banged. Bang bang. So like that's like a type of trade that you would want to take during Asia. Basically just really it's not really confluence driven because you can't really have many confluences on price action that moves so slow. So for example, this would have been a banger, but I'd like to go to a different day, but we'll go to a different day. So let's go. I'm gonna try to find this day looks like some fun trading. All right. So once again, we know market open is at 18. We're at 17 right now. So this was market open. This candle. You could have. And another thing is it's better to take the trade early into the session because that's when you have more volatility. For example, New York, right? Ideally, you take your trade towards the beginning of market open, not like 9:31, 9:32. I'm talking like, at least for me, I'll hop off if I don't see anything like forming or like about to form by 10:30. I'm hopping off, and that's an hour past market open. Do you see what I'm saying? So ideally, you're taking the trade close to market open because that's when you're going to have more volatility. So another thing you could do or be thinking about, you could say, is let's say you're thinking, okay, oh, we came into this PD array, we're getting displacement out of it. I am now just going to target. Now look, let's be realistic here. This 5-minute fair value gap, this is not an unrealistic target. It's really not. Now, saying we don't have a higher time frame one. Saying this 15-minute BPR, for example, this is unrealistic for Asia. This is very unrealistic for Asia. For New York, absolutely, but not for Asia. So that's why you're always just targeting intermediate levels. Intermediate draws. So our draw here would be just this 5-minute intermediate. Let's say your confluences were that we tapped into that 15-minute PD array. We tapped into this 1-minute for value gap. We're seeing displacement higher. You're ready to target longs. Oh my God, it's doing this bullshit. It's ready to target longs. So not the best RR, but we'll see what would have happened. So at this point, you could probably want BE to be. I'd probably be at BE if we got this high. This is, yeah, it's a 1-to-1. I would have probably been BE now, but we'll see what would happen. So break even trade, but you guys get the point. Aside from this, let's say. I was gonna say if there was an SMT, but. Let's play price out. So boom. I wanted this to be an SMT. We could go higher. Oh, lastly, always trade NQ. ES is always slower, and it's clear when you see when you see it in Asia. These candles, these wicks are just non-existent. So we'll play a bit. I really wanted this SMT, bro. Let's see if we come down lower again. Yeah, I knew we would rip as soon as this fucking thing happened, bro. As soon as this candle closed. But let's say for whatever reason you're bullish. Okay, you had this 5-minute BPR, right? And you saw this 1 minute fair value gap. You saw a good rejection out, and you entered off that. Okay. Price right here. No, the 5-minute would have been. That's not good. R. Well, you could say the 5-minute was BE, and then you wanted to target. This is probably. Oh man. This is probably a 2-minute BPR somewhere. Okay, let's say you wanted to target the 2-minute, or we can just say you wanted to target the 1-minute BPR, which is all the way right there, this BPR. So, and once again, let's see. So boom, you see what I'm saying? Like, this is just, we're just targeting intermediate levels, intermediate draws. We're not even targeting anything external here. We're literally just trading within the range. We're trading within this low time frame range is what we're trading within. And that's exactly what you want to do on Asia because of the volatility. So I know that's kind of a quick one, but if you're watching this, you should already know how to trade. So this is really just explaining what to do when to trade. So you should already know all the the words I'm using, like intermediate levels and external and internal draws. We're just using internal draws. We are just targeting internal draws. We will not make an external move in Asia session. It's just not going to happen, bro. There's just not enough volatility for it. So don't target externally. Target intermediate levels within the range levels. If there's an external draw that's about to be taken out, wait for the external draw to be taken out and then target an internal draw or an intermediate low or an intermediate high or an intermediate imbalance. All the same thing. But yeah, I hope this helps. That's really all you really can say about Asia. Now London session, honestly, you probably can trade normally. I've traded London session before, and it's pretty volatile. So if you do trade London session, this really mainly applies to Asia because Asia is definitely the slowest session out of all of them. But hope this helps. Got my SSD card, so that's why I'm making this video. 2 terabytes. So 2 terabytes. So this should never happen again. But yeah, boys, that's really how you trade in this Asia session. Just stay within the range, target intermediate levels. It's really a recap. Don't go for anything crazy. It can influence your bias if you want, but still only target intermediates and internals. There's just not enough volatility to go external. So hope this helps, and I'll catch y'all, boys. Peace.